Yo guys, welcome back to the channel, Zero Bachiru. So today we have something different that we'll be doing. I've been putting this off for a very long time, but it is finally time to work on this baby. I've been putting it off for a very long time because this arcade stick, I've owned it for like 8 years now, and last time I think I customized it was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I think so, yeah. So this is my Qanba Q4 RAF. It survived a lot with me. It traveled with me. So it's time to give it some attention. So as you can see, my artwork has been there since, I think, Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma. And I did the artwork inside the buttons last time, but one of my buttons broke, so I had to put a replacement button. And I love this artwork. It was made by one of my best friends, but it's time actually to change it. We have a lot of work to do, to be honest. I'll try to finish it as quickly. And to be honest, a lot of things is a first time for me. So first things first, we'll be replacing the buttons actually. So I'm going with my usual like white and red color scheme. So I have 4 red and 4 white buttons. I also purchased like a white ball top. We're gonna be spray painting the arcade stick actually. So I have here white spray paint, and for some parts we're gonna spray red like buttons, etc. But the stick for the most part it will be color white. Some sandpaper, I'll explain why later. Painter's tape, or they call it masking tape. I'll also be fixing the wire because the wire that in this arcade stick keeps disconnecting, and I have actually lost few tournaments because of it. So I bought myself an extension cable that I will fix it. Of course, rubbing alcohol, my trusted drill, and yeah, we're gonna be changing the artwork also. So this is just a sample, but this is the artwork that we're gonna be installing. My wife will help me actually just cut the edges around the artwork. So you know us, we are RAM boys. I've commissioned someone on Fiverr to do this with me. I want to keep it simple, to be honest. I don't want to make like a very complicated design. So alright guys, I'll be switching for my camera phone like instead of my regular camera because it's easier, to be honest, to take some videos with it. So if you enjoy the content guys, please leave a like, and I hope you enjoyed this project. Okay, so first things first, actually we need to think about the disassembly of the arcade stick, because as you can see the buttons are here, the handle latch is here, like the side door and at the back. So I need to open it up first and just to see like how it's looking like from inside and what's the easiest way to disassemble it, because I've never really fully disassembled an arcade stick. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright guys, it seems that this is the internal layout for the arcade stick. So here is where the buttons and the things like get connected for like the start, select option, etc. This is like for the normal buttons. This is here for the stick shaft. This is here, I think this is the main PCB of the arcade stick. This is like here for the headset or etc. I don't really use the headset because it's like an Xbox Live. So as you can see, it's like really dirty and requires, to be honest, a lot of work to clean it up. One of the key things I want to do also, as I mentioned, is I need to fix this wire because this wire is like really damaged. So yeah, we will be doing that. I also want to remove as much as I can without disconnecting wire, especially here this part for the main PCB, because I don't really have the tools like to remove the disconnector. So what I'm planning to do is just simply like remove it with the wiring and like store it neatly, just to see how we will be able to do that. For the buttons, I'm kind of lazy, so I don't want to mark it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a picture with my phone just to remember how the wiring job is done, and later on when we replace the buttons we'll just use that picture as a reference. Alright, so progress so far, I remove all the buttons. This is the plexiglass, it's actually pretty dirty, I need to clean it up. Okay, this is the old artwork. I'm gonna say bye bye to the artwork. Okay, so far so good. One of the issues that I ran into immediately is that as you can see here, like the screws are extremely rusty, the ones that cover like this part of the arcade stick. So I need to figure out a way to clean them. But as you can see, you know, when you use the arcade stick you don't really notice those things, but after I disassemble it's really dirty. So far so good. This is our progress so far. Now everything I've done so far, I'm very familiar with it, you know, how to disassemble. This didn't take me like 10 minutes even to complete, but now the hard part comes, because I've never really like remove the PCB. I never really remove those things. I also need to remove the latches in here for the paint job. I also need to disconnect the wire. So for me, this is alien territory. I'm not really recording the teardown portions because there are guides for this on YouTube. So I just want to take you with the journey, with my experience, and just explain things how I go. Yani. This will not be like super duper detailed. So yalla, I will continue and hopefully I will not break my arcade stick. Alright guys, so I have completely disassembled the arcade stick. It was easier than I thought. As you can see that it's like super duper dirty and I don't like that. I need to clean it up properly. I remove the latch, we remove everything, and it's like a blank slate now. I really like this arcade. I could have bought another arcade stick, you know, just to slap some buttons on it, but yeah, that's it. But for me, I really like the Qanba because it's really smooth. So I remove a lot of things. So the buttons are here. I've removed the latch. So a lot of things has been removed. One very big tip in my opinion is organize your screws. As you can see here, I forgot to bring like a plate, so I use this game box thingy just to be able to sort my screws. So sort your screws, make sure you remember, take pictures of everything. And yeah, so what we need to do next actually is I need to clean it up properly. So I have some like tissue that, what do you call it, like non-lint tissue that we will use with rubbing alcohol. Then the next step that we need to do actually is we need to sand it. So you can either use like very fine sandpaper, or what you can actually use is like the rough part of your kitchen sponge. So if you're painting any plastic or anything, it will not stick on its own. So the first thing you need to do actually is you need to sand it a little bit, because all plastic like material, when you buy it, they put like a transparent coat on it, so like the paint will not fade away or the paint will not get damaged. So if you spray anything over time, it will actually like be removed. So what you need to do actually is you need to sand it to remove that protective layer. Then that's the time that you can spray paint it. And unfortunately for me, I'm living in a very remote area, so I don't have access to all the things that I want, to be honest. So because after you sand and you clean it up properly, before you spray paint, usually you have to apply like a primer. Primer is the thing that will help you actually just to let it like let your paint stick on the arcade stick itself. So we don't have that here. So I'm hoping that only by sanding, then using this like high stick spray paint, which I pay like maybe $1.50 for it, hopefully it's good enough that we'll be able actually to just make it stick, you know, fingers crossed. To be honest, I'm not too confident. So the whole body of the arcade stick will be painted white. These 4 small buttons, we will be painting them red. I'm debating whether I will be painting the handle red or white, but we'll see. Maybe I'll paint it red just for some contrast. The wire, I'm not that good at fixing things, to be honest, and I don't have a soldering iron. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, to be honest, just electric tape the damaged part. Then I'm gonna connect this like wire extension. We'll put it here like in this section. Then we will hide all of the other wire just inside, you know, just to make it all look uniform. This is a cheap cable extension for like $5. It's like 2 meters. I don't need more than 2 meters because my computer is just here, to be honest. I don't really need a very long cable, and I'm not playing much on the TV lately, so I'm just playing on the computer. So yeah, let me first clean it up. I will do the sanding outside because I don't want to dirty the house in here. And yeah guys, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've prepared the body of the arcade stick. I've basically cleaned it up as best as I can. There was actually a sandstorm in my area, so my porch is very dusty. So hopefully this will not affect the paint. So basically when you do sanding, you don't really need to do it like so hard. You just need to make it rough enough just to be able to remove the coating. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna basically sand the whole thing. I have enough sandpaper, all the exterior part, even for the handles, and I will do that for the cover. Then I'll prep it for this part because I don't want it to be like painted, so I'm gonna just cover it with a masking tape here just to be able to cut it. Okay guys, so I prepped the body of the arcade stick. I tried to scrub it as much as I can evenly, and I also mask this because I don't want it to be painted. I think I'll be struggling with this part because it's texture, but we will see. I'll also be painting this part. I was thinking of painting the handle white or red, but even the buttons, but the thing is it has already a lot of white and a lot of red, so I want to keep some black contrast for that one. So General rule of thumb, when you're using like any spray paint, basically shake it well enough or like dip it little bit in warm water before you use it. And when you spray, you need to spray like in even patches. You don't need to spray like in one area. So you need to do like swiping motions like that. That's how you actually like spray paint, and you spray paint it evenly. And first of all, you do like a light gentle coat. Then after the gentle coat, you actually go back again for a second or a third coat, and you wait like depending on the spray paint. So this one, according to the hardware store, basically in 15 minutes it will dry, but I highly doubt that. And usually before you spray, like find a patch that you can basically just, you know, try the spray paint first, because usually it's a little bit gooey when you start to like spray paint first. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so first coat done, but I feel like I overcoated, to be honest, because usually the first coat needs to be like really gentle, because if you look here, there's like more paint here than the other spaces, so I feel like some areas are excessively painted. Another thing is that, as you can see, this one, even though that I sanded properly, I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. I don't like that. Other parts, they look fine. That's for a first coating. Of course, first coat, there are some areas that you will not be able to catch. So that's what we will do in the second coat. But so far, it looks okay. I feel like this one also came out well. I think I chose a bad day, to be honest, to spray paint, because we just came out of a sandstorm, and as you can see, like my porch is super dusty, so I don't want to clean it yet because I don't know if we'll have another sandstorm again. So yalla, I'll just wait for this coat to dry out a bit, then we'll do the second one, and hopefully the second coat actually will correct some of the mistakes that I did. Okay, so it's getting late now and it's almost dark soon, so I will finish the second coating now and just let it dry, grab dinner, clean up, then I will come back maybe after like 40 minutes or an hour. Hopefully I can just correct some of the mistakes that I did earlier. Alright guys, a few hours later, and a very, very horrible painting job, because I really suck at painting stuff. And if I add more coats, actually, it will become worse. I think I have to cut my losses. So this is the stick after the painting job. So from here looks fine. I don't know, it shows on camera. As you can see, there's like some excess paint, which sucks, to be honest. Here is fine. The front also is really horrible, to be honest, but the top is nice. It's pristine on top. I just need to do some minor cleanups, and I will actually proceed with the assembly. I have to cut my losses, to be honest, so yalla. Alright lads, that was way messier than I like. However, I'm kinda happy with the end result. So, yeah boy, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but come on. Don't tell me this isn't a beauty. But what's the point of a beauty if it doesn't work, right? So let me plug it into the computer and see if everything is working okay. Okay guys, that's it. It's not perfect 100%, but for me that's good enough. And to be honest, I really like the new look of the stick. Hopefully the paint will not peel off anytime soon. See at this. I really like it, to be honest. I'm fan of red, white and black aesthetic. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this fun project. It took more time than I thought actually, but I'm glad it's done. Maybe I'll improve it in the future, but for now I'll just let it drive fully before the NF Dual beta starts, which is like in almost 5 hours. Yalla, take care. Peace.